Hi my golden astartes! This is going to be a lore video about the frost weapons of the Space Wolves, so let's dive in. According to the chapter legends, Fergus 4gram? Yeah, it's not 4gram. 4gram, a legendary iron priest, was the one who crafted the first Frostblade, Frostfang, now wielded by the badass wolf lord Ragnar Blackmane. 4gram made the chain blade of Frostfang from a rare and unknown material that increased its deadly power in battle. Sadly, with the death of the Iron Priest, the secret of his techniques in the sword forging were lost for all time. Nowadays, the revered frost weapons are crafted by Master Iron Priest of the Space Wolves chapter. They often incorporate rare materials like the diamond heart fangs of the Fenrisian ice kraken. Frost axes, for instance, are sometimes made from energized diamond, giving them an appearance as if they were carved from solid ice. Frost weapons generate an extremely cold field capable of freezing enemies and shattering armor. They are highly prized within the Space Wolves chapter, both for their effectiveness in battle and their historical significance. These weapons are not just tools of war but also symbols of the rich heritage and craftsmanship of the Space Wolves. Frost weapons in the Warhammer 40K universe can indeed freeze people. These weapons generate an extremely cold field that can freeze enemies upon contact. This freezing effect can be so intense that it shatters armor and can even cause the enemy to break apart. Frost weapons are specifically crafted for and by the Space Wolves, making them unique to this chapter. They are deeply tied to the culture, traditions, and the harsh environment of Fenris. As such, it is extremely rare for anyone outside the Space Wolves to wield a frost weapon. However, in the vast and unpredictable universe of Warhammer 40K, there are always exceptions. Here are a few scenarios where someone else might wield a frost weapon. In rare instances, a trusted ally of the Space Wolves might be granted the use of a frost weapon, especially if it's necessary for a critical mission of battle. If a frost weapon is lost in battle and recovered by another faction, it might be used by them. However, this is uncommon due to the difficulty in wielding and maintaining such a specialized weapon. Individuals with significant influence and connections, such as rogue traders or inquisitors, might come into possession of a frost weapon through various means, though this would be highly unusual and likely temporary. Despite these possibilities, the bond between a Space Wolf and their frost weapon is profound, and such weapons are generally seen as sacred relics of the chapter. Their use by outsiders would be viewed with great suspicion and likely disapproval by the Space Wolves. Now let's talk about some notable Frostblades and their wielders. Frostfang, wielder Ragnar Blackmane. Crafted by the legendary Iron Priest Fergus 4gram, Frostfang is a chain sword made from a rare and unknown material. It was gifted to Ragnar by Celestarch Juliana Belisarius of the Navigator House Belisarius. They acquired Frostfang through their long-standing relationship with the Space Wolves. The sword was originally carried by the earliest Wolfblades, a group of Space Wolves Astartes who served as a security force for House Belisarius. This arrangement dates back to the days after the Primarch Leman Russ made an agreement with House Belisarius. The sword was passed down through generations within the house until it was eventually gifted to Ragnar Blackmane for saving the lives of Juliana and Gabriela Belisarius. Kraken Maul, wielder Leman Russ. The immense chain blade was originally wielded by the Primarch of the Space Wolves, Leman Russ. It was toothed by a Fenrisian sea devil known as the Kraken. The weapon was broken during a battle with Engron, Primarch of the World Eaters. Mjolnir. Blah 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 blah. Okay, sorry guys. Mjolnir. Something. Okay. Mjolnir. Wielder Leman Russ. Another legendary weapon of Leman Russ. Mjolnir is a great... I'm sorry guys. Okay. Let's try this again. Another legendary weapon of Leman Russ. Mjolnir is a great sword crafted using teeth from Great Kraken Gormenjarl. It is said to be so sharp that it could cut through a mountain. Well, thank God that I have watched the Vikings, the TV show, and I also played Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so I have just a little bit, tiny little bit, oh yeah, and God of War Ragnarok, idea of how to pronounce some of these, and still it's probably wrong because I have watched some YouTubers that actually know how these things are pronounced, so I'm doing my best here, so sorry guys if I'm pronouncing Mjolnir wrong, but yeah, it has to be close at least. Then we have Frost Axes. Wielders, various space wolves. Frost axes are crafted from energized diamond, giving them an appearance as if they were carved from solid ice. They are used by many warriors within the Space Wolves chapter. Hellfrost weapons. Wielders, various space wolves. Once again, these weapons fire beams of sub-zero energy that can instantly encase enemies in ice, potentially shattering them. They come in various forms, including pistols and cannons. Okay, that sounds really cool, guys. And then we have Ultfar's Frost Axe. Wielder Ultfar. Jesus, okay. Ultfar, a lone wolf of the Space Wolves chapter, wields a frost axe along with a plasma pistol. He is known for his fierce combat skills and has served in various notable campaigns. One of the most famous battles where frost weapons played a critical role, sorry, that's a crucial role, but yes, played a crucial role is the Battle of the Fang. This epic confrontation took place on the Space Wolves' homeworld of Fenris, specifically at their fortress monastery known as the Fang. The battle occurred during the 32nd millennium, when the Thousand Sons, led by their Primarch Magnus the Red, launched a surprise attack on Fenris. This was a part of Magnus' long-standing vendetta against the Space Wolves and their Primarch, Leman Russ. The Thousand Sons used sorcery and powerful psychic abilities to breach the defenses of the Fang. Despite being outnumbered and caught off guard, the Space Wolves mounted a fierce defense. The Space Wolves, known for their close combat prowess, wielded their frost weapons with devastating effect. These weapons, including frost blades and frost axes, were instrumental in cutting through the ranks of the Thousand Sons, rubric marines, and demonic entities. Notable space wolves such as Wolf Lord Egil, Iron Wolf, led counterattacks using their frost weapons to great effect. The icy power of these weapons was particularly effective against the sorcerous constructs of the Thousand Sons. Despite the overwhelming odds, the Space Wolves managed to hold the Fang until reinforcements arrived. The battle ended with the Thousand Sons being repelled, but at a great cost to the Space Wolves. The Battle of the Fang is remembered as a testament to the resilience and ferocity of the Space Wolf, with their frost weapons playing a pivotal role in their defense. This battle is a prime example of how the unique war gear of the Space Wolves, especially their frost weapons, can turn the tide even in the most desperate situations. So that is it, guys. I hope that you enjoy this lore video about these amazing frost weapons. There's something unique about each Space Marine chapter, and the Space Wolves are one of these very fascinating, very unique chapters. The age even that the Space Wolves can become Space Wolf is different than others. Their trials are different. The feats of strength that they have to perform battling different creatures is pretty fascinating. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like me to do some kind of a lore video about the Space Wolves in general. Just give suggestions down below. I hope that you enjoy once again, and if you like to support the channel, guys, you can. Links are down below. I am doing non-slanishi content in my own pocket dimension of OnlyFans, which I use for good, I repeat, for good, to help people with their fitness, health, nutrition issues, also mental health, help when you have issues with your intimate relationships. I am all there for you guys to help you in this site, which at least it is private. So that's kind of the idea of me using the site. It allows me to upload endlessly, how on YouTube, and also to discuss topics that people find, too private or too intimate to discuss elsewhere. So that is where I created this pocket dimension in the warp, right there and there in OnlyFans, so I can do this and I can present my own physique updates as a tastefully done information to let you know how I am doing in my own fitness journey and keeping the weight off, and keeping in good shape. So that is it, guys. Love ya with me, the 40K Empress. Until next time, bye bye.